What is up, everybody? Today we are trying HelloFresh. Now, I've done this before. We used to get every plate, but like I said, my wife used to cook a lot of that stuff. So I figured, what the hell, we'll try it again and see if it's something I want to do. Now, what I like about this is, they send with HelloFresh, they send all the stuff prepackaged. So everything is in one bag instead of like every plate where everything is in just one big box and you have to separate it yourself. But as you see here, you have the meat in one bag and everything else, like your vegetables and stuff, they're in their own bag. So I'm just separating it here. And then as you see, everything is laid out. So you got the ice bag, you got the meat that goes in the refrigerator, and then you have each individual bag for each individual meal, which is 3 meals per day. But it's 3 days, but some of them are 2 servings, some of them are 4 servings. And if you see there that some of these are for 2 person, some of them are for 4. And sometimes that's no good because it's 3 of us in the house. So I'm gonna try to figure that out. But those are the meat that comes with each individual meal. And we're gonna do this one. It's kind of like a pot pie, but without the pot, I guess, or whatever. So you see, I got all the ingredients in the bag, all your produce is in the bag, and basically you just take it all out and separate it and just start cooking. Like I said, with every plate, I think that's their sister company, and everything is just in one big bag, and you have to go through and figure out what's for what. And if you have any issues, like if you have any rotten fruit or anything like that, you can just call them and they'll, refund all that. So here I'm just cutting up the potatoes. I have to cut them up into like little squares, or it said 1/2 inch pieces or something like that. I've done this before, so I just cut them up like I normally do. And then you put them in a bowl or a pot and you boil them, and you make your own mashed potatoes, I guess. So I guess it's better than just store-bought mashed potatoes, but it's easier to just do store-bought mashed potatoes. But I mean, hell, if they're gonna add the potatoes, then why not? And I'm gonna add my little salt and well, not pepper to this, but that's my little salt thing I got from the TikTok shop. It's pretty cool. You got some scallions or green onions, same thing. Like I said, they come individually packaged. Go ahead and cut the whites off, and then just chop those off. You're gonna use those for garnish at the end. But you see here, I'm trying not to cut my damn finger off. I'm not a chef by any means, but I mean, I'm not super bad, you know. That's my favorite knife, the Santoku knife. I use that thing for everything. I don't care what it is. And cut the whites. Now you're gonna be cooking those. So you see, you just gotta separate those. And I just use a bowl. And then you got the carrots. You have to cut those up into little itty bitty pieces. Carrots suck. I hate cutting up carrots because they're real hard, and sometimes I just use a slap chop or something like that, but then sometimes they tear the blades up. But I think carrots are my least favorite thing to cut up. But they come in the package, so you kind of got to do what you got to do with the carrots, I guess. But maybe I might outsource that to one of my kids or something like that. So as you see, I got everything in individual bowls. Just trying to keep everything separated and organized. Then you got the chicken. You got to go ahead and put the oil in the pan. And it's supposed to be like cut up chicken already, but it's not. And you see, I just splashed grease all over myself. That shit was not good. I ended up having to cut that chicken up once it finished cooking. I've got chicken from them in the past, and it was already like minced up chicken. I wish it was like that, but it wasn't. There goes my salt and pepper. Pepper's going all over the place. I really like that salt and pepper shaker. It's rechargeable, has a light on it. But yeah, this chicken was, it was okay, I guess. You just cook it, and then once it's done cooking, you just chop it up with a knife. But I almost burnt the hell out of my hand in the pan trying to do that. Got a little packet of thyme right here. Like I said, all the ingredients come with the with the package. The only thing you have to provide is like olive oil and butter. Or salt and pepper. There goes your the whites, the carrots. You just stir everything in the pot. Like I said, I'm just waiting on that chicken to cook, and then you can see there where it's already cooked. And then you add your garlic powder. It comes with the garlic powder. I had to add the butter. And that garlic powder in there was real. It seemed like it had got, I don't know, like it had some humidity in there because it was kind of clumping together like brown sugar or something like that. And there I'm just kind of like, I don't know, just cooking it down, I guess. This whole process took about 25 minutes from start to finish, I guess. I had just came in from work. I mean, I literally walked in the door, went to the front of the house, grabbed the box, and just started cooking. So I'm still in my work clothes right now. Now I'm going to get, I think, some sour cream, or no, flour. I got to put some flour in the pot, and it's going to make like a gravy. Sprinkle that powder on there. Add 2 cups of water. And kind of just stir that around, I guess. Now we got some sour cream. Now my dumbass didn't read the directions that well, and I put all the sour cream in there. I was supposed to put some sour cream in the potatoes, but I didn't freaking read the directions, and I put it all in that pot. And I didn't have any sour cream in the refrigerator, so I just didn't have any sour cream in my mashed potatoes. It is what it is. But do what you do. And then we had some peas. They were fresh peas. They weren't frozen. At least they weren't frozen when they got to me. There were 2 bags of peas, I guess, for 4 servings. But put the peas in there. And that spoon was hot because I kept leaving it on the edge of the skillet. So note to self, take the damn spatula out of the pot when you're cooking. Otherwise it's gonna be hot as balls when you go to pick it up. I like this little strainer thing. My wife got that a while ago. I wouldn't have got nothing like that. I would have just dumped it in a colander and strained it myself. But this thing is pretty cool. Yeah, there goes my salt and pepper shaker again. Go ahead and salt and pepper those potatoes. Then you got to mash them joints up. I don't have a potato masher, or maybe I do and I just don't know where it is because, like I said before, this wasn't really my wheelhouse. But anyway, you got to mash these things up, and you can never have enough butter. It was getting a little dry, so I had to add some more of that starchy potato water in there to kind of loosen it up, I guess. And don't judge me for my pots. We've had the pots for a while. They work. So that's it for the mashed potatoes. And man, they were hot too. I tasted it off that spoon and almost burnt my face. And this is it. That's the pot pie filling, I guess. It thickened up after a while, of course, because once it cools down. And yeah, there's my plate. And you use the green onions there as a garnish. And it was pretty good. Added a little bit more pepper and some potato seasoning that I got from Fire and Smoke Society. That was pretty good. If you haven't heard of that, look up Potato Slayer from Fire and Smoke. And that's it, man. It was pretty good. See you tomorrow.